Hello, we're in Longmeadow, Massachusetts today, and we're on Norway Street, and there's something special here. It's the Willie School for the Deaf. Started in this building, the former Norway Street Elementary School, built in 1915, has a public school for Longmeadow. But in 1967, it was bought out by parents who wanted to start a new institution, a private one, to help young people that were deaf learn the English language and develop speech and develop a little bit of sense of hearing or communication, and develop all their communication skills, right, and so forth. My sister happened to have been one in the first class. This is the Willie Rouse School for the Deaf because it was named after the family's son, the first family that really got the concept going. And that family happened to have a name of Ross, and their son was Willie, so Willie Rouse School for the Deaf. And it's existed now for 57 years, same location. The original building is the dark brick in the middle where it says 32 Norway Street. The left and the right pieces are put in as additions to that. So where it's very light brick attached to the dark brick, those are additions. The former Norway Street School goes back at least 120 feet and had all the classrooms you would need for an elementary school. And it had to be retrofitted to be a school for deaf children, which means a lot more electricity because each student would need electronics more to help develop speech. And it was changed over also to make sure that every student had their own teacher. You had to have a lot of workspaces inside. So it was not an easy job converting this over. It was not an easy job changing it over to be a private institution and getting money put into it. Very difficult. So they had to get some grants, but most of the money came right out of the families. And that group of students have really stayed together through the years in contact, and that has really helped the institution itself. Now, even through the years, they added more buildings, so instead of just elementary school, they now have towards the back left-hand side, they have a building called the Foster and Constance Gleason Ferkelo Student Center, where students can go in and have a bite to eat and have some playtime. And in the beginning, this was intended to be very young children at the age of 2 or 3 years old upwards, so they can stay here as long as they want. Most students stay very young and then grow into the public schools programs. So this has been a great help. It's still a private institution. And you see in front they have now a playground set, a very beautiful one. It doesn't have to be handicap accessible. It could just be there. And then to the side, they built up a new building, which is used for more classrooms. So the original size was going to be small. They only maybe had 15 to 20. Now they have many, many dozens of them. It has really grown greatly through the years. And through it all, the neighborhood has stayed the same incredibly, so it really hasn't taken up much space. I think the only building was this one was taken down, this one put up, the one we just looked at last. All right, so it's still a great institution, and what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 spins around. Nevin Street is down here with neo-colonial homes on it. So the architectural styles on these houses are superb. And then behind us on Norway Street is a gorgeous little house, still with its original wooden clapboard on the side of it. And the rest of Norway Street, it's a small street, only one house on the left and at best 3 houses on the right hand side. And then up there is Maple Road, which defines the whole neighborhood. We're very close to the Connecticut line, but it's definitely in Massachusetts. All right, And then you come back to where the school was. Imagine how it would have looked in 1967. How parents were striking out into new direction. The reason why, they did not like the Clark School for the deaf concept. They might have taught their students well, but it was a residential school, so they would have lost their students for the whole week because they would live at the school only. And it would cost a lot of money too. So in the year 1964, there was a pandemic of measles. A lot of people born in that year ended up getting deaf because the measles hit a lot of the mothers. And so there was a surge of deaf students that year. Okay, but imagine how difficult it was for those first parents to get all of this going. An incredible job. Okay, now we're going to circle around one last time just for a panoramic view. Thank you.